What is up, my friends? I want to thank you, Papa Brad's Gaming, for having me on your show today. Now, I was brought here to give you guys some tips for Kung Fu Master on the iiRcade. Now, Kung Fu for the NES was one of my favorite games as a kid going back to the 80s. Kung Fu was the game that really kicked off my cravings for fighting games. And so when I got the iiRcade, Kung Fu Master was just the first game I wanted to play. It was just one of my favorite games as a kid, and I never got a chance to play the arcade version of Kung Fu, which is called Kung Fu Master. And I thought I'd be on the top of the leaderboards in just like, in no time. But little did I realize that the game was very difficult, a lot different than the NES version. The game was a lot more faster. A couple of hits of damage and you're pretty much dead. You can take 2 to 3 hits on the second stage and on 2 to 3 hits, you're out, man. It's a tough game. So I want to share with you some tips real quick. Going through the first stage, I mean, this applies to all the stages. You just want to keep moving. Don't stop for nothing. Punch when you can, especially early on, because you get 200 points or double points for every punch, and jump kick. And what I try not to do is jump kick throughout the levels. I'll save my jump kicks for the bosses because the jump kicks do a lot of damage. So I like to do a lead jump kick and then follow up with punches and kicks, knock out the bosses. The second stage is a stage where you want to take your time because it's just gonna be non-stop jugs of snakes and those explosive balls and the dragons. So tippy-toe your way. Whenever you see a snake or hear like a snake drop, just stop what you're doing and wait for that snake to pass, because if you keep trying to walk, they may drop 2 snakes on you on the same screen, and trying to dodge 2 snakes at the same time, it's really rough. You get hit with 2 snakes or you're dead. You basically get hit once and you're on red alert throughout this entire stage too. And when you get to the last boss, you just want to dodge those boomerangs. Think of him as one of the knife throwers. You just gotta watch carefully and do your evasive maneuvers to get in on him and take him out quickly. And when I get up to the last boss on stage 3, I lead with that jump kick and follow up with some punches, and before you know it, within seconds he's dead. Now stage 4 is where most people probably just give up. I remember certain patterns on the NES, and the patterns are different on the arcade version. You can see you run through this. You just want to run as fast as you can and punch and kick accordingly. You have to be exact, otherwise you'll miss those moths, And with the last boss, he's one of the toughest. You can't hit him anywhere but a crouching punch to the chest. You just want to bum rush him and dodge his magical throws. He's really tough. I mean, I can't tell you exactly what to do. You just gotta be quick, and you can only punch him in the chest. If you can trap him at the by the staircase, he won't be able to move anymore, and you can just finish him off in a crouching position and not get hit. But one or 2 hits and you're done with him. You're done, man. It's really tough. And the last stage, it's hard, man. It's severely tough to get to the final boss. On the NES version, we called him Mr. X, and on the arcade version, he's just called the Enemy. Or you fight the enemy in the demon's lair. I think that's where you fight him on the 5th floor. The knife throwers throw him a lot quicker on stage 5. You're gonna get a lot of flip attacks by the little dwarf guys. And when you finally make it to the last boss, I mean, it's a crapshoot. You want to try and get there with as much life as you can, and mix it up. You jump kicks, regular kicks, and low kicks. Mix it all up, and eventually you'll wear him down. And just keep firing with different types of attacks. If you keep doing the same attack, he's gonna lock it on you. Just keep mixing it up, jumping up and down. Jump kicks, regular kicks, low kicks, up and down, and eventually you'll get him, man. It's a tough game, and yeah, man, I just love the game, and I'm going to still strive to try and beat my high score. It never ends with high score games, and I'm always trying to beat my previous score. But it's a great game, and if you guys have never played Kung Fu Master, what are you waiting for? It's great on the iiRcade, a true challenge if you want, to try and beat a really tough arcade game. One of my favorites. And again, thank you, Papa Brads, for having me on. It was a pleasure. I hope maybe these tips could have helped you guys out. And thank you guys all for watching. Peace.